Yeah, can you hear me now? Alright. Just want to make sure you can hear me now. Can everybody hear me now? Alright. Let's build our audience because we have a lot to talk about today. A lot. That's how I feel like right now. Too much crap going on, man. Hello, Diane. You can hear me. We got a lot to talk about. Hello, Peter. All the best to you. We have stuff to talk about tonight. Stay on. These fools are a problem right now. Share the video, share the video. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Thank you, Helen. Hello, great Sal. We have a lot to show these fools tonight. You're gonna be shocked at what you're gonna have. 10 seconds. Hey, Diane. We're gonna trample them because we mean business. 5 seconds. All right.
But he gave us the strength and the will and the power and the courage to handle our problems through him.
All right.
I want everybody step on their problems. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trample them.
Trample them. That's our policy. We trample them. We are living in the matrix. And that's why the title put, we are living in the matrix. Because it's not really a matrix, it's a matrix. That's what they did to us. And when you realize how deep, this is like 10 levels deep of what's going on here. I mean, it started as a simple inquiry, and now it went up from a simple inquiry to like 7 levels deep of the web of deceit, the web of deception that's going on. And we're doing this for the people, okay? We are all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and we have to wake everybody up and let them know what the deal is. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. Okay? We're not playing around with them anymore. It's no matter for games and this and that and all that crap like that. No more. No more. And when you start to understand what's going on and how deep this is, it will rock you to your core. And realize that the games that they're playing is so serious, and we're into this web that we are in a matrix. But we are in a matrix because they are matrix. It's all matrix. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started with the whole show. Anyhow, so we talk about the Simpson report. We talk about the Lashley report, and basically the Lashley report and the Simpson report says the same thing, that the Petrotrin is an abused child. Basically, Petrotrin is, you know what? Petrotrin reflects how the citizens, most of the citizens are, and is lack of clear purpose and identity, because we don't have a national identity. That's what it is. We don't have a national identity. So guess what? Any institution that we have will lack that. Will lack that identity, right? So that's what they're talking about. So they said Petrotrin lacks clear purpose, a sense of order, and a sense of identity, right? Just like the citizens who are doing it. So anyhow, we're going. And they said, the 2 recommendations they said is governance arrangement, organizational structure. 2 of those things. And they're talking about Petrotrin is losing money and everything like that. It is the biggest lie out. Let me start with number 1. I'm going to show you number 1. Please keep on sharing it. I'm going to put up a board here. Excuse me for 1 minute. I'm going to put up a board, and I'll explain to you about a company that Petrotrin and NGC has been trading through for all of their oil and all for their natural gas. Give me 1 second, because I'll play a little bit of the music so while I put it on. All right, guys, we can hold off on you right now. Okay, so here's what. I'm going to take my camera. I'll cut across here. Remember this company name. Trafigura. Okay, I think that's how it's pronounced. Trafigura. 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 You can't see anything? What happened? Right? Can you all see me? Okay. I'm gonna switch my camera. Trafigura. That's the name of the company. That's I can switch our camera. Sorry about that. Wait, hold on. Okay. Same thing we're going again. This is a company, Trafigura. Trafigura is an investment commodities company. Trafigura is the company that we have been investing, we have been trading a lot of our oil and natural gas, but we'll focus on Petrotrin. This came about, you can see it now, right? Okay, and I'll explain everything to you over and over again to let you understand what's going on. All right, there's some other stuff too, but we'll get to that. Don't mind my handwriting. I gotta put everything, PowerPoint, but this is what I can do, right? I don't have PowerPoint skills. Trafigura is a well-known commodities company. Now, let me get into the background on Trafigura. Trafigura was found guilty of carrying toxic waste from Amsterdam and concealing the nature of the cargo, July 2010. In Jamaica 2016, May 2016, the Dutch authorities wants to question officials of the Jamaican party as a PNP about a 31 million donation by Trafigura to the party. I think I do something with garbage being dumped there. The Iraqi food for oil scandal, it was involved in smuggling out of the country 500,000 barrels of oil. This same Trafigura, right? I'll come to what the whole thing is about there. About it. No secretary not there. It's Sunday. The Nigeria Anti-Corruption Agency, EFCC, and Domestic Intelligence Service, DSS, started a separate investigation to Trafigura for tax evasion through oil swap deals. Another one, January 2016. March 2015. Now listen to this. Milford Haven in Wales, United Kingdom. Milford Haven oil refinery closed down due to negative profit margins. Listen to this. It was closed down due to negative profit margins. Trafigura subsidiary, Pima Energy, bought the company on the cheap for 10 cents on the dollar. They dismantled the whole refinery unit and they shipped it to Pakistan. That's what they did, and it's operating in Pakistan. And then they converted the refinery where it was in Wales into a terminal and storage facility only. Here we on. This same Trafigura in 2014, Petrotrin, 3.4% of what Petrotrin produced. The volume was 1,025 barrels. 3.4% was 1,025 barrels. The revenue, this is US dollars, in 2014, through Trafigura, made $80,790,676.98. In other words, about 81 million US dollars it made, with 3.4% of what Petrotrin gave it, of 1 million barrels. 2015, Trafigura, as a percentage, took 12.8% of Petrotrin. 12.8% of Petrotrin, and which the volume is 4 million or 4.383 million barrels of oil, or 4.3 million barrels, 4.4 million barrels of oil, rounded off, right? They made for Petrotrin in 2015 $277,672,794.92. 278 rounded off million dollars off of 12.8% of Petrotrin. 2016, let's go again. It made Petrotrin gave it 23.9% or 24% of its cargo of its total output. It made, the volume was 10.58601 barrels. 10,586 and 1 barrel. It made for Petrotrin 508,148,765 US dollars. In total for 2014, 2015, 2016, it made 1.367772 slash $237.59. So in other words, it made almost 1.4 billion US dollars in 3 friggin' years. This Trafigura and this company is the one that's working for Petrotrin in order to sell our barrel of oil. And this company in 2015 was the one who got involved in dismantling an oil refinery and sent to Pakistan. This ain't no joke going on here, okay? This is serious. This is serious stuff. So now I have to make the connection between Trafigura, who they are, what they're doing, and why we have dealt with this company, even though they were sanctioned 5 and 6 times and they were fined, right? From the Dutch fined, the Netherlands fined them, Jamaica opened an investigation against them, Nigeria fined them and opened another investigation against them. So they have a lot of open investigations. The United Nations Food for Oil scandal, they were the ones who were involved in taking half a million barrels of oil and sneaking it out. Right? This is what's going on here. And you can look at the figures. Again, 3.4. So it went from 3.4% down up to 12.8% to 23.9%, almost 24%. So it moved from 3.4% to 24%. And the volume, you see the volume of what Petrotrin had given them and how much Petrotrin made. $1,367,772,237.59 US dollars. US dollars. And this is not reflected on Petrotrin reports. Nothing is reflected. What the hell is going on inside of here? Why is it that it was never shown that this company was deeply involved in some of these reports? Why is it that it has to wait till now for us to mess with this? All right? For us to find out about this company. I'm going to do more investigation. Why are we involved with this company in the first place? All right? Here's another thing. I'm going to switch over the camera a little bit back to me and everything, so we can have a little conversation about this. Anyhow, so we found about that part. Now there's some other loose ends, and I heard about the Chinese getting involved. I heard about Sinopec. I heard about all the stuff. But I have to go by facts. I can't go by just mere hearsay, right? I know Sinopec shares went down day before yesterday and everything like that. But I have to focus on these things. Now this company is known for hiding stuff. They claim that they want to be open and everything like that, and that's why you have to go searching for them, and I finally found them and everything like that. And I want to see where is it showing this was reflected in Petrotrin revenue. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. I want to find out, right? So that's one part of it. The second part of it is that we are having issues. Hold on one second. Let's be near me. Going back to Nikon Energy. Everything is a web, and everything not connected. Back to Nikon Energy. Okay. Wendell Motley was the minister of finance. Hold on one second. He was a minister of finance. I'll tell you right now. When. Bear me. I'm disorganized a little bit because that's my madness. Right? I think it's 1991 to 1995. Right? Wendell Motley. Wendell Motley was a finance minister, but from 1991 to 1995. But prior to that, later on he worked for Credit Suisse. Credit Suisse is an investment banking company. Credit Suisse is the one who had loaned World GTL $125 million US dollars to start them up. Now, World GTL in their complaint or their lawsuit against Petrotrin had claimed that a former minister had more like kind of like strong armed them into going with Credit Suisse for them to get the $125 million. So it seems to be him. I could be wrong. So this is what happened. So this is what it is. And even though people had told Malcolm Jones about the fact that this deal was a kind of bad deal, it's like he was just ignoring everybody and going ahead. Do you know, on top of all that debt, because they incurred $600 million extra US dollars in extra for all these stoppages, I think like 33 stoppages. Do you know that we end up paying $16.2 million as a brokerage fee for breaking the contract? Did anybody know about that? The $16.2 million that was added to Petrotrin debt for breaking the contract and taking over World GTL. If you know it was bad in the first place, why would you go and force yourself? You own 49% of the stock. Why would you go take whole hog and get 100% of the stock and then paid $16.2 million for a breaking brokerage deal? This is a kind of craziness going on. No, I'm not too sure about that. If Traffic will have any deals, right? I'm not too sure in Guyana. I'm not too sure. Right now. Guyana is not on my mind right now. Straightforward. It's about Trinidad and Tobago, right? So this is what happened, and they were complaining about they were strong arming to it. Okay. On top of that, this is what I heard. This is what was sent to me. I'm not too sure. I'm going to ask the question. The question is that is Robert Riley, who came from Neil and Massey. Is Robert Riley, is he and the CEO of Neil and Massey, are they brother-in-laws? I want to find out if Robert Riley and the CEO of Massey, if they are brother-in-laws. I want to find out if are they married to the same. I want to find out. Are they brother-in-laws? Because I heard that they're brother-in-laws. So I want to tell me they are brother-in-laws or they're not brother-in-laws, right? And if that's the case, then it's a conflict of interest. And it's a conflict of interest because Neil and Massey has been handling a lot of the contracts for Petrotrin. Before, what was happening, let me interrupt you live, it's okay. Before, what was happening is that okay, so you're blocked. What's new, right? We'll get them, right? This was what is happening. So they were handling most of the contracts for Petrotrin. Can you all hear me now? Anybody can hear me still? Or stateside is okay. In Trinidad and Tobago, they're blocking it. That's all right. So now what's happening is that if that's the case, Neil and Massey has been handling the contracts for Petrotrin. And what they've been doing, they've been broking the contracts. So what they'll do, they'll make the contracts, and then what they'll do, they'll break up the contracts or sub out the contracts back to everybody else. So now there's a company called Demos Engineering. They know what they're doing. So what the government has done, what the government have done, he left Massey board. I understand he left Massey board, but at the same time, I'm asking if they're brother-in-laws, there's still conflict of interest. There's still conflict of interest. So what Massey's been doing, Massey's been getting the contracts, all the contracts for Petrotrin on the operational side. And then they will take it and lease it back. So now what they'll do now, so now Massey's getting a cut out of the whole deal, right? Instead of taking that money and going directly to the contractors, Neil and Massey is a kind of broker, and they're broking all this. If that's the case, and Robert Riley's on the board, there's a conflict of interest. A lot of conflict of interest. Then therefore, that board, something's wrong with that board. That board's supposed to be nullified, null and void. Yeah, they're going to shut it down because they know why. They know why. They know why they're going to shut it down for. That board is a conflict of interest, and that board should be supposed to be dismissed and nullified. How could you have somebody to work for Massey and then become on the board? What the hell is going on inside of here? And if he is a brother-in-law of this chairman or the CEO of Neil and Massey, then he cannot be on that board because it's still a conflict of interest. This is the problem here. Now they want to hammer you guys in Trinidad. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Florida's good. They can't mess it up. They can't mess with my life right now. They can mess it up everybody's life in Trinidad. That's what's going on. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. These fools it stink, it's disgusting, and everything like that. And all the reports, the Simpson report and the Lashley report, has not shown to close down the refinery. They have not shown anything to close the refinery down. Nothing whatsoever. So what the hell is going on inside of here? If it hasn't shown from that, if it has not shown from that, then therefore what they are doing is a breach of fiduciary duty. The permanent secretary, she needs to go to jail. She needs to be fired. They need to send a file to the DPP saying that she's breaching her fiduciary duty. This is ridiculous. Yes, Helen, do me a favor. Those who are stateside and outside of Trinidad and Tobago after this live video, post it again for them. Post it. So everybody can see it for what it is. Because you all can see it clearly. That's what they're trying to do. Stop the live. But I'll send it for them. I got something for them. Right? So this is what's been happening. So now if Massey is on the board there, something is going wrong. Don't know, like I said, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Right? So now they do not want to take those contracts and trickle it down to the average people. Because what's been happening is that these oligarchs have the tentacles everywhere. They do not want you to be independent on your own and have your own business. They don't want nothing. They don't want nothing like that. All they want to do is play games and hold in their tentacles, and you're responsible, and everything you make, we're going to go straight to them. This is what is going on here. We don't need no Neil and Massey to make 40% extra on all these contracts because they're brokering it. What we need to do is to get someone, right, a hard-nosed managers and stuff like that, and someone, a procurement officer who is not politically connected, to give out the contracts evenly and let it be clear and let it be transparent. This is what they have been doing to us. You see the amount of money? You see the amount of money that Petrotrin have been making? So my question is, if that amount has been siphoned off and is not shown in the Petrotrin revenue report, then we got a problem. We got a real problem, because if the case is they're trying to make Petrotrin to be a failure, we got a problem, because that means that the people that when they put up the bond for Petrotrin, they were lying to the bond holders and telling Petrotrin is failing and causing the bonds to go up, and the bonds will go up and they get it for junk. That means an investor could come in and snatch all those bonds for next to nothing. This is I mean, it's like, I do not know what to say. I'll try my best on my end to light them up even more and everything. I don't care what they say or what they think. Them come after me. I'll be ready for them. We're ready for them, because I'm sending everything out to the SEC. I may even send to the FBI if need be, and everything like that, to investigate this. Okay? This is what happened. And I have a lot of friends who are in federal employ. Right? The second one is Roger. Now, solutions. You want to find solutions. We have solutions. Here's some of the solutions. Let me take my board down and then we're going to do that. Play the music a little bit, because to cool me off a little bit. And we'll do some solutions. Alright. We got crap, man. Where's that stuff? Okay, I'll kill that. Yeah. So anyhow, so this is what's been going on here. This is what's been going on. It's a web of deceit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If the permanent secretary is aware of that, if she's aware of that, why is she not doing her duty, right? And make a file to the DPP. She's supposed, thank you. Well, she's supposed to come and stop this from happening. That's why she's a permanent secretary, right? And the second thing was the same Lashley report, the same guy selling Lashley, right? 2017, when he was appointed on the Petrotrin board, or the head of the Petrotrin board at the time, do you know he was both the permanent secretary and on the board of Petrotrin? What the hell is going on? In 2017, he was the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Energy permanent secretary, and he was also on the Petrotrin board. And if he's permanent secretary, he's supposed to oversee the Petrotrin board. So it's himself to himself. That doesn't make any sense. Hi, Shasta. That does not make any sense. So I guess they changed it around now, because when the opposition made a lot of noise about it and everything like that, then they changed it around, and then they said, well, Seven Lashley, they move him and put him on the Petrotrin board only when he retired, right? But that shall never happen. That shall never happen. I mean, it's like Rowley and them just doing whatever the hell they want, because they just don't give a crap, because they already have something in play. And this is what's happening. That's not legal. It is not legal. Not a conflict of interest. Right? No fiduciary duty. None. None whatsoever. And it's like it goes from there to there to there. So Ms. Penelope Bradshaw Niles, she's new permanent secretary, she's supposed to stop this from happening. Because if we have two government reports that was paid by the people of Trinidad and Tobago, one was $8 million, the other one I'm not too sure what it was, right? And it showed you that they recommend not closure, but change of governance and change of the organizational structure. Why the hell are you closing it down for? That means you're going against what was recommended. And if that's the case, then they breached their fiduciary duty. This is getting nastier and nastier and nastier and nastier. And everything they're talking about, poor project management, indiscipline in implementing capital projects, lack of corporate governance, lack of corporate governance in experience and skill sets, poor decision making in contracts, loss of institutional memory, weak project management skills. What the hell is this? Bantu education? Is that what it is? Bantu education? This is what was going on. Are we that stupid that we can't even get managers? But part of the problem is it's a political game, because one party bringing their managers, another party bringing their other managers, and there's no cohesion or anything like that. Nobody's practicing lean management, Six Sigma management. Nobody is doing TQM, quality control management. Nothing. So all these fools have been doing is loading up with the management, and these managers are making bad decisions and everything like that. So anyhow, we're going to do some recommendation, get rid of all the blasted managers. Get rid of all of them. Because the Simpson report, the last report said, none of them lack true institutional knowledge of what goes on in a refinery. Get rid of them. You don't need to have them there. What are you having them there for? You can't do worse than what it is right now. And everything like that. Keep the ones who really know what they're doing, and the other ones, get rid of them. Because they're causing part of the bloat that's going on in Petrotrin. That's what happened. Secondly, I'm going to switch over to the board. Here. Here we go. Right, okay, sorry. Don't mind me. That's my crap. Okay. So, for Petrotrin, what's needed is to keep the refinery. Keep the refinery. They had cancelled the mobile offshore unit. Bring it back in, because that's going to increase the amount of barrels we're going to have. It was cancelled due to mismanagement. Imagine that. The mismanagers are so bad. The mismanagers are so bad that they actually cancelled one contract due to mismanagement. Well, look at that. Now, the other one is to install the tanks on site, because we need lines to get from where the wellheads are to Petrotrin. Well, simple solution. One guy said it, install a tank on site. No, the third one, no more need a massive brokering contracts. Forget that. You're going to save about 4%. Go directly to the contractors. And you do that trickle-down theory, so more money will be going on into the economy. Now, what you do now, for those who laid off or anything like that, you create an incubator space. So what happens is that you're gonna train them to be entrepreneurs and business people. So they will start their small companies, and they will be able to go in, but they'll go in and get some of those smaller contracts. Lastly, fourthly, right? And this goes to the head of OWTU. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He needs to go to court, and there's a breach of contract with a memo of understanding in this year. They breached the contract. He's supposed to go to court and stop them, and at the same time subpoena Solomon report and the Lashley report. Why is he not doing that? Why is he not doing that? He's supposed to sue the permanent secretary, right, in the Ministry of Energy, and sue the Petrotrin board and file an injunction to stop the sale. Why is it Anson Wojay is not doing this crap? Is he that stupid or something like that? And I'm pissed off at him right now. He's supposed to be doing that. There's so many things that's going on right now that he's supposed to be doing and he's not doing. March ain't gonna stop nothing. You gotta go to court. You have lawyers. The people pay their union dues. Go to court and do that. And by the way, Petrotrin belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It doesn't belong to the OWTU. It doesn't belong to the government. It belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But you have OWTU workers, right? So the OWTU workers, yes, they are citizens, so it belongs to them too. So Wojay, as part of the union, you're supposed to go there and file an injunction against this. Because if they go against two government-sanctioned reports, and they tell to close it down, and none reports to close it down, then you're supposed to find breach of contract for the MOU. Is he stupid? Is he foolish? Or what the hell is going on with him? Right? People don't understand. It's a lot at play. A lot at play. There's a lot at play that's going on inside of here. Right? So the union is moving too slow because they're supposed to file an injunction a long time and stop the sale one time. Because you've seen where where there's a conflict of interest on even the Petrotrin board. Tell them you want figures, you want facts, you want everything like that. Go back to this Trafigura. And why we dealing with Trafigura? And Trafigura was making all these profit margins for us on the last one, what? 26? On 24%, 24% of oil that was sent to Petrotrin, it made $508 million for Petrotrin. So what the hell is going on that they're not making any money? Is it that they're doing that, or money's being siphoned off and is not reflected on the revenue for the refinery? I mean, and I have to look at this because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And then at the same time, you have more conflict of interest where one of the guys who used to work for Neil Massey, and now Neil Massey, and he's on the border Petrotrin, and Neil Massey's handling the contracts for Petrotrin. Right? Not to show, like I said, not to show what's going on, like I said, but this Trafigura, you all need to look up that company. Trafigura Trinidad. Trafigura. Look up that company, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Right? So if you have an increase of money from Trafigura from 3.4% to 23.9%, from $80 million to $508 million in 3 years, then why you think Petrotrin is not making any money? Okay? What is going on? What is going on there? What is going on there? Trafigura need to be subpoenaed too. They need to be subpoenaed too to get the true amount and see who's making the deals. See who's making the deals. Just like who made the deals for that bond at 9.75%. Who the hell have a bond at 9.75% at perfect credit? And yet Petrotrin has to pay them that 9.75% every year. That means it's called in bond, they're paying the coupon. That's the interest rate. That's what it is. So it works out, let's say, almost 10%. So after that $850 million, they've been paying them $85 million a year for that bond. And nobody's saying anything about this. Nobody's saying about the idea that the bond was so high that they could go in there and hard nose negotiate and say, you know what? All of the bonds at the time was 2 and 3% and 4%. We are at 9%. You're going to do what's called, in financial markets, you call it taking a haircut. And a haircut, and a haircut, you see what happened? We'll get to that. And a haircut means you're going to lower the interest rate. Is either that or you're going to extend the time out. Either or. So you can have negotiate. Many times they don't want to lower the interest rate, so they extend the time out. So give you time to recover. And then what all the bondholders are asking for, they want to see a new corporate structure, a new management structure, and show them where the monies can be made for them. And they're willing to even put additional funds into it, because refineries are not easy to come by. This is what it is. And our refineries is one of the few refineries that they have in the world where you can dismantle and take it somewhere else. You can't take no U.S. refinery anywhere. All U.S. refinery stays in the United States. But they're willing to dismantle our refinery. Lots of games. Because from what I'm thinking, they want to take down our refinery. When we take down our refinery, what's going to happen? They carry to some other country where they can refine for cheap, no WTU, nobody to harass them. And the most important part of the refinery is a cat cracker. So they're going to take that. Once they take the cat cracker, everything goes. That's what it is. This is the kind of bullshit that goes on. And you're going to have this plantation sellout, rowdy, piece of crap, listen to me. I know he's not Tobagonian like me, but he ain't not Tobagonian like me, okay? Because I will deal with this fool. You sit down there. He ain't smart enough with all this stupid PhD to come there and figure out all this. He ain't smart enough to figure out all this. This is what happened. They figured out for him, and they use him as a scapegoat. Using all this, and still you're going to define everybody and tell everybody, you know what? Screw the report. We take $8 million for the, I think it was the last report, the Simpsons report. We throw it down the drain, and we're still going to close it. We're still going to close the refinery down. Madness. Never seen anything like this. And part of the issue, and then what happened is that the last thing you do not want these experienced Petrotrin workers, those who work offshore and those who work on the refinery. Because right now, in West Texas, they're begging for guys right now. You do not want these experienced guys to leave Trinidad and Tobago. You do not want them to leave Trinidad and Tobago. Right now, West Texas right now, they're on fire right now because there's so many refineries, because the Permian Basin, they're drilling. They're drilling so damn much, they can't even get all the oil to market. There's a pipeline chokehold right now getting to the refineries. The U.S. refineries are at 90% and more, right, at capacity right now. So right now, they're looking to bring in more refineries online. But it's going to take 4 to 5 years to bring a refinery online. They can bring small refineries, but they can't bring a refinery that large like Petrotrin. And what happens is that people don't know the money that they spent, that they got from the bonds, the 850 and the 750, the other bonds, they had used that money to upgrade a lot of the facilities. The alky unit and the ultra low sulfur diesel plant, which is 98% finished. And rolling line and tell everybody $7 billion that need to fix it is a liar. It's 150 to 200 million US dollars. Average right here. Right? Nice. So this is what happened. Thank you. Right, Andrew? So I'm sorry. So this is what happened. Right? This is what happened. 150 to 200 million dollars is needed to on the refinery, the ultra low sulfur diesel plant, to get it operational. Once you get it operational, that plant by itself could make us is going to increase our output per barrel, how much we make per barrel, to $6 US a barrel, which is equal to at that time $51 a barrel, to $3.5 million a month. Right now it's $78 a barrel right now, so it's actually more. But conservatively, $3.5 million per month it can generate for us. And all it needs is 150 to 200 million dollars. That's all it needs. And he refuses to put a capital injection. And that's what the bondholders are doing. They're asking for that. And he's not doing it. because he refused to do that fool. But yet, under the same PNM government, $27 billion of our money was used to bail out CLICO. $27 billion to bail out CLICO, but he not putting a cent in, right, to help out. Right? Offshore Trinma, because they were deliberately starved for money. And it showed them offshore Trinma, hold on, and then I'll be finished. Offshore Trinma, we're looking at, where's that figure here? Hold on. Offshore Trinma, I think was close to like $4 to $6 billion we need to inject the offshore Trinma to make it operable and viable. This is the kind of crap I'm talking about. And then he's not doing it. He's not doing it. But yet, he's going to find $2 billion for a foreign company, Sandals, to come here to rape us. Everything he's doing is not to get the foreign exchange back to us. Everything he's doing is to take the foreign exchange and give it to other people, and we have nothing. And we going to stand up and take on this guy? Everything he's doing, Sandals doesn't bring foreign exchange into Trinidad and Tobago. It doesn't trickle down. Sandals collect the foreign exchange when the tourists call in. Besides the fact it's an environmentally sensitive area and they can't build nothing there or anything like that, and they only get allegedly $25 million US, that's for the year, right? What happened is Sandals control the foreign exchange, and every single government in the Caribbean have been having issues with Sandals because they're not releasing the foreign exchange to them and playing games. And this fool is acting like an agent of Sandals instead of being a prime minister and stopping all that nonsense. But he's going to find $2 billion. What about the dry dock for the Chinese? Sinopec is in our water. Sinopec shares went down. Sinopec is trying to find an alternative amount of energy to bring back to China instead of relying on US crude. Because right now, despite all the tariffs going back and forth, they still need US crude. This is what happened. So what the Chinese have been doing, they have been giving all this soft loan diplomacy. Now listen to this now. Listen to this. This is very important. Very important. And we have someone on the thread here who's a naval, not only just a naval architect. She works for one of the major defense companies in the United States, and she's good. She's good. She is good. So she's good. And I'm gonna ask her to look at it. Some people are saying that when you look at the plan for the dry dock facility, is almost similar to a Chinese naval station. It's almost similar. That's what they say. I'm not too sure. I have to ask her to go through it. And if that's the case, then we got a problem. Because if we default and they decide to take it over, and that becomes a Chinese naval station, then we have a problem in the Southern Hemisphere. Because now the Chinese influence means that they can put up a naval station right in the US backyard. And that ain't gonna be nice. Because right now the Chinese are planning to give Venezuela billions of dollars to restart their oil refineries and start their oil production, because oil production is going down. Could you imagine that? You have a naval station, a Chinese naval station right in Trinidad, and the Venezuelans are right next door, and then therefore they'll control the shipping that goes down from north to south. I don't think the US is gonna want that and love that. So therefore, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the US Southern Command, okay, with this, and let them look it over. Let them look it over and see if this makes sense or not. Because something is telling me that Sinopec in our waters, something is going on. We're not too sure what is going on, but Wally will sell us out for a bag and a song. That's how he is. That's how he is. So now, since the Trinidad and Tobago, since the DPP is not doing their job, and since the permanent secretary is not doing her job, right? Then I'll go back to the US, and now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna send to them everything that I know, and everything like that, what I know, and they'll take it from there. They will take it from there. And I'm gonna ask her to look over those plans and see if it makes sense. Right? You taking all this money, and then you're going to bring them in at the same time, you're going to screw us over, and then what about Nikon Energy? Right? Which is Nikon Energy is what's called a false flag? Are they trying to distract us with Nikon Energy? or is it Nikon Energy is part of the whole deal? So that when they take out Petrotrin now, we take out natural gas, send to Nikon Energy, and then from that now, Nikon Energy is going to make the distillates. That's what happened. And then we're gonna have the diesel from Nikon Energy instead, because we no longer manufacture diesel on our own. Is that what the plan? Is that what the plan is? And that is why Petrotrin owns $25 million of the Nikon stock, and lied to the population and told the population that Nikon Energy paid World GTL $30 million US, and they never did. And the truth is, was only $10 million US and $25 million in what do you call the shares again? Hold on 1 second. I said it's so much information, right? In these kind of shares where you can't trade on these shares, you have to keep those shares. So if Nikon Energy makes nothing, it's a debt. You make nothing. That's what they did, right? I've never seen the stuff going on here, and we're supposed to have financial experts. We're not economists. We don't have economists. What we have is Bantu education. That's what we have. We ain't have no damn economists. No economists. None. How come no economist is going to provide a solution? None. None of them. Because you know what? Non-convertible shares. Thank you, Chester. Non-convertible shares. Look up non-convertible shares and see what it is. Non-convertible shares. Who the hell does that? $25 million in non-convertible shares. That's what these bastards are doing. And you gonna allow this? Petrotrin owns that. Right now it's junk. It's worth $1 because there's nothing there. Non-convertible shares. Nobody triggers non-convertible shares. This is what's going on. And I heard that somebody from TCL or the head of TCL has invested in Nikon Energy. I'm not too sure if he's a silent partner, but I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up. I'm kind of everything across to the SEC, right? I have more stuff to give to the SEC and everything like that, because this is getting crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. And the more I dig in, is the more stuff I'm finding out. Is the more stuff I'm finding out, right? They do not want they do not want us to be free in terms of being independent, because everything they're doing is closed door meetings. How could you own a state enterprise and you have closed door meetings? I don't want to repeat. You don't want to take out our report, the Lashley report and the Simpson report that the people of Trinity Tobago have paid for. And then you are at the house. I'm gonna say it like it is. People might get upset at me right now. Then you had the house Negro on the Petrotrin board. I forget his name. You look like a young guy, right? Talking crap about we can't give that. We can't. When the reporter asks, "Can we see the Lashley report and the Simpsons report?" He say, "No, we can't really do that because if we do that, what's going to happen? We have to comply with the SEC and everything." No, you bastard. You have to comply with the SEC for that, because I'm giving them the information, right? That is open, because the people paid for that, and you decided that you're going to hold it close to your chest. To hell with you. They need to go. And Roger, I'm telling you like it is, man. Get your act together. You have lawyers. People have been paying you dues and everything like that, right? You go and get your lawyers and file an injunction, because I give up all the ammunition now. Now go do a damn job and stop the games. The opposition have been quiet because too much things. Because some of their financiers are deeply involved in this, and they don't want to say anything. And they don't want to say anything for fear of the financiers not financing them for the elections. So they're not saying not one damn thing. All of a whole bunch of lawyers, get up, get all their asses up and do something. Your opposition, do your job. What do you think you're getting paid for? This is kind of the ridiculousness that's going on here, right? When everybody is saying how, you know what, Trinity Tobago is not that bad and all kind of stuff like that. It's sabotage. Every PNM board is sabotage from one and also the UNC board. All they've been doing is stealing money one after the next, taking money. That's what they've been doing. Unreal. So these are some of the solutions that we have there also. One more solution is, if you want to spend money on Trinma, And then what we need to do on the southwest Soldado field, we have also a lighter crude there. So we can get our own crude instead of importing lighter crude to mix with our sour crude. There's lighter crude on that side. So we focus on increased production on that side. And then from doing that now, and we mixed in on the sour crude now, what happened now, we have less importation. And we make more money. That's what it is. It's games. More and more and more and more and more and more games. That's why they're jamming the feed in Trinidad, because they don't want you to know. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars that we have. And I want you all to share this. Let everybody see for what it is. And let them, and I take it from there. What they're going to do, they're going to go to the new US ambassador to Trinidad. Don't worry about him, you know. He's part of the Secretary of State. Right? And right now, the Secretary of State, right now, they don't have as much clout like before. Right? Who has the clout is Department of Homeland Security. And this is where I'm going to. They have the clout right now. So I'm going to them. So the U.S. Embassy could talk anything from here to thy kingdom come in Trinidad. I don't care what the hell they got to say and everything like that. I'm going straight to the source. I'm going to the congressman, the Republican congressman in my district. I'm going also to the U.S. Senator, the Republican senator in my district. I'm going to every damn thing and everything like that. Let them deal with that. Let them deal with that. You wanna play games? I have no time for games. This is seriousness that's going on here. Right? This is what's going on here inside here. We need to get this out. And that is why I'm here where I'm in the States. Some people saying, oh, don't get involved in trying to build a business because it's not. No, it's my business too. It's my damn business too. And I'll do what I can do from here. Because when you get it from down there, what happens is that they shut you off by putting all these what they call again? I forgot. All these different lawsuits, right? To tell you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. Here, we can say what the hell we want. They want to come, then come. Right? I'll open them up. Open them up. This is what's happening. They are liars. More and more liars. Right? This is only half of what I've uncovered. There's more, but I don't want to stay late with you guys and everything, because it's late and everything and all that stuff like that. So I don't want to stay late with you guys and so on. But this is what libel lawsuits. Yeah, trying to be quick for libel lawsuits. That's what they're good for. Libel lawsuits for the citizens down here, because the law is so opaque. So they want to shut you up, but they can't shut me up here. Right? That's what happened. They can't do that here. So when they try that here, I have to open up every single one of them and let them be ready for that. Bunch of liars that's going on inside of here. So now this is what has to be done. This is what got to be done. And all the OW2 members, you better tell Roger like it is. No more hidden conference. Get his lawyers going and get his ass moving. And if he's not doing it, get rid of him too. Right? Because he's supposed to represent you. We here represent the people of Trinidad and Tobago, because it's our money. Every single barrel of oil, every single damn barrel of oil, every single natural gas, natural gas belongs to you. And you should know where it's going. Instead of having some 1% has decided where it's going to go and it's going to their pocket. This is ridiculous. But anyhow, sorry about that. I know I talk too long, talk too much, and everything like that. But that's what I want to share it up with you. And I want you guys to look up that company, Trafigura. Trafigura. Look up that company. Alright, Google it, do what the hell you want and stuff like that. And this is what we've been dealing with. So starting from Trafigura, we have a dubious past. Now we have the Chinese company who's going to build a port with a dubious past where the World Bank had blocked them from doing contracts. Pre-action protocol, they love to do that crap. That's what they love to do. Right? Well, let's see what can happen now. I'm tired of nonsense. They're liars, they're thieves, every single one of them, and this is what happened. This is what it is. You got to stand up for your country. You can't let these people take advantage of you all the time. When are they going to stop? When are they going to stop? When are they going to stop? They're going to allow them to do that for you and then accept it for what it is? To hell with them, man. To hell with them. Right? I do business. I've done a lot of business. I've started companies. I've closed companies. I've sold companies. I've done everything. And I'm familiar what business is and what it is. Right? Imagine Trinidadians who come up here and everything. They're highly valued. Right? Especially guys in the oil trade. I've Israeli business guys who I deal with, and they asking, how come you guys have such a great skill set and everything like that? Because they're shocked. Because they're shocked. We do have it, but the government is the one that's screwing us over, and it's time for us to stop the nonsense once and for all. Hold on, let me get some coffee. Anyhow, so that's it for tonight, and everything. I have some more information and everything like that, but right now I'm gonna do some more research into that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna present all this information, and we'll see how it goes from there and everything like that. This is the games that's being played. This is the game being played, and you know, and it's sad. It's really sad. You know, it's really, really sad. So this is the game plan. This is the great game plan. Anyhow, everyone, have a good night. Enjoy yourself. Be good to yourself. There's only one of you, so and you're here on this earth. So complete your mission for what you're here for. All right. Yes. Next time I'll get a cup when I get to Trinidad. Alrighty. Take care of yourself and love yourself. Love yourself before you love anyone else. Alrighty. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.